I challenge you,
Oh no.
implore you to pick a pair of weird sunglasses and wear them, because I will tell you this right now.
Okay.
Say you're sitting at home on a Tuesday. You're really not doing a whole lot. You're with your friends, family, mate, whatever. Go get the craziest pair of sunglasses you got. You both have to put them on. Wear them the rest of the night. I've got two.
Which one?
Give me the
Ladies,
big ones.
ladies.
Oh,
Big ones?
I do want the big ones. Do you want?
Which
Those
one?
are
These
big.
ones? Are those big ones?
You know what? See, this is what happens.
I feel
Sometimes
very
they
cool.
look better on other people than they look on
This
me.
is cool. I enjoy this.
No, you are rocking those hard.
I do
Like those
feel,
fit your
I
face.
feel like I just upped my
Have you-
cool
can-
points by like.
You need to
5.5.
see yourself like. No,
Better
those
not.
even match your beard, homie.
Oh shit! Really?
No, they're rocking hard.
Does it
bro.
go well with the purple velvet and the
It
chain?
is what you needed. You wouldn't believe you're a totally different dude.
I love
from
it.
from the guy you were with those other smart people sunglasses, bro. Now you're.
Hell yeah, no.
now you might want to think about getting those in prescription.
All right. Well, if they look so good, maybe I'll just steal them. I'm just kidding.
I'm not saying that couldn't happen,
Oh shit!
because sometimes objects find their right home.
So yeah. Anyway, we're talking about merkins. So, all right. Today on Sunken Press, we have Mike Snider, the Kooliverse founder, like the creator of the Kooliverse, or did you
Straight.
stumble into it?
No. I'm always fascinated by slang and language. I was like, well, like, who's the first person to use the word cool and have it not mean the temperature? And it was a good thing. When I die a complete failure,
Yeah.
the creation of that word will be my crowning achievement.
Hell yeah!
Because when you Google Kooliverse, I'm the only thing that pops up.
So when did Kooliverse start?
You know, right after I like made that word, I opened a Facebook page. I want to say 2017.
Estimate, yeah.
So who decides what cool is? Is there like a
Each
bouncer?
individual person decides on their own.
Interesting.
Well, right? I can't decide what's cool, what you think's cool. That's against cool.
But what about
That's like the
uni-
basic.
What about objectively cool? Is there anything?
No,
that's
no.
It's all subjective. I have to get to the bottom of the cool now because I'm an
Man,
investigative journalist. So some things are objectively cool, like Bootsy Collins, Miles Davis, right? Like
Crocs.
no, Crocs are subjectively
See?
Okay,
cool.
you know what?
See,
I think
you are. We just proved it. No, it's each
think it's-
individual person gets to have their own cool.
And I think that's
That
the
does not
point,
mean
right?
that
That's
cannot
what
be
it's defined.
affected by other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody decides on their own.
This is getting real philosophical. I dig it.
For real,
'Cause,
it's like
because see,
the
I'm
right to happiness, the pursuit of happiness,
Yeah.
and cool is in that.
Also, I don't know. I like the way you talk about it sometimes. I like to think that it kind of means like also, like you said, state of mind. Like letting just things roll off, not letting it affect you. You
the
know?
Tao
I
that can be
couldn't agree
named.
more.
We're
though.
cool.
Sometimes when I'm not at my best, I'm not as kind as I am otherwise. And I feel like there's partial almost conflicts that if everybody in there was just cool, there would be no problem.
See, I kind of like being an asshole sometimes, though.
Sometimes being an asshole is self-care.
But sometimes
You know
it's
that
being
what?
can be
cool.
pretty
It depends on who you're an
who
asshole
you're- yeah.
to. Yeah, and why you're being the
I got to
asshole.
say that I agree. And I've always kind of felt really guilty about saying that.
Yeah, I mean it's fine to be an asshole. I mean I do.
Well,
Like-
It
no.
depends if you're like being an
No.
asshole to your wait staff.
Oh no. If
Like-
you're being if you're punching down, that's a dick move. You're never anyone who punches down. That's objectively uncool.
You know, you can't say that you can only punch people next to you or above you.
Yeah, you can
But
punch
not
above
down.
them.
Above, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you
no,
can
man,
punch up.
we can't just say that you're in this category and you're instantly like, just because you're in that group, maybe only half of those, well, 99% of those people.
But if you're being an asshole to other like assholes that are worse than you, there's worse assholes than.
Well, who defines worse? Like I like being an asshole to people like Kyle Holker and Zach Yinger because
They're worse.
fuck them. Yeah, full throat.
I guess
just
we
like,
all define our cool and we all define our worst.
Yeah, which brings it back to subjective cool, which makes Mike Snider right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I would like to argue that there's objective cool, things that are just objectively cool, but also subjectively cool. For example, objectively cool, Bootsy Collins of Parliament, Funkadelic, and whatnot. Subjectively cool, Crocs, Limp Bizkit. I don't like Crocs and Limp Bizkit. I know people who do, and they think they're cool, and I think those people are cool. Therefore, Crocs and Limp Bizkit are subjectively cool.
I can punch holes in that all day long, but one of the things that came up
Do you know anybody who thinks Prince is uncool?
So you don't think it's dynamic?
What do you mean?
I mean, what you think's cool right now, you may not think's cool tomorrow, and then how is it automatically cool?
Prince. Prince is automatically cool.
Listen, the things you used to like, if you have a tragedy in that moment while that shit's going on, sometimes that becomes. I'm just saying, I can
So you're saying,
I can
like,
find
sometimes
some.
also if you listen to it, or like if it's too.
No, I'm just saying that.
Like if. Like when you listen to a song and
Obviously.
you get bored with it, like how everyone was like Pink Pony Club, and now they're like, fuck that song kind of thing.
Right.
So like cool can be worn out.
I fucking love Pink Pony Club though. All right,
I actually
All right.
still love it. But
So
people
we've been going on this because it's great. It's a great debate, and you're objectively cool. Like I think you're objectively cool. So, all right. So let's talk about more about your art, like the Kooliverse. Like you've built the Kooliverse. I've seen it happen. I've seen you with your hands and shit you find. Just slap something together and make it from mundane scrap heaps to cool as fuck. Like you know how to infuse things with the cool, and I want to know more about that process.
I used to think the process was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm 100% process guy. Like I've got a process, and it can be applied to anything.
Anything.
Okay,
I want to hear about this because I need this.
Well,
For real, I got ADHD. Tell me how to get
this is something
shit done.
I need to incorporate.
well,
I'm so sorry. It's because I'm sitting closer.
that's gonna be
I'm so sorry.
that's a cool
oh my
special
God.
effect.
It
That
did
was
great.
a
I'm
great
glad
process.
That was
That was fun.
that was a
so
mic
sorry.
drop moment.
I'm
That was
so
perfect.
glad
I paused
that
and
there's a
just-
carpet there.
Yeah. It swooned at the process. I love it. I love the deconstruction of the concept of what is cool has now deconstructed our set. This is meta. We've gone meta. I knew this would be the meta episode. Not Mark Zuckerberg's
Now, what
bullshit
were we
meta.
talking about when I so rudely
We were talking about the process. He was about to tell us the process.
Yes, we need to know.
The secret. It's like Oprah's secret, but real. The camera swooned for you, so now we must know.
Yeah. Like I said, I used to be completely not believe in an artist process, but now I'm 100% artist process. And I found myself, as I was growing, like sharing that with everybody, like, oh, I love talking about it. Hey, wah. And then afterwards I go, you know what? It's almost like giving out your recipe. You could walk through somebody, how to fly the space shuttle. If you said, click that, push this, look at this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if I said, hey, you want to know how to make the coolest shit ever? And then told you all my thoughts on it, like you could go do it. Maybe. I don't know. Am I weird?
No. This is making sense. What you're telling me is the Tao that can be named is never the true Tao.
Well,
like you can tell somebody how to reach enlightenment, but unless they flip the switch, then they will never reach it.
You can take any subject and research it, talk to the people who, let's pick something.
Dinosaurs.
I
fucking love them.
Softball. Okay.
Dinosaurs are softball.
Softball,
I love
okay.
that. Mm-hmm.
So you research dinosaurs. You want to know as much, everything you can about dinosaurs and what the people who like dinosaurs like. And I would interview you,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say, what's cool about dinosaurs?
Whenever I was 12 years old, I realized that the flowering plants that evolved during the Cretaceous period would have brought pollinating insects, which also meant stinging insects. And the amount of shit the dinosaurs would leave behind means that there'd be disease proliferation through these flowering plants and insects, meaning that the decline of species within the Cretaceous period is directly related to diseases spread by stinging insects.
So I would make an artwork with 12-year-old you, writing that on a piece of paper, standing in a jungle of dinosaurs, and you'd be wearing a purple velvet freaking little boy's outfit. And you'd have
Purple velvet freaking little boy's outfit.
big old gold chain. Then I go out and I go get some real dinosaur shit. I get some bad motherfucking fossils, like fucking, like what were those? Like femurs from a fucking like dragon and shit. Like I would ask you, like, what's the coolest motherfucking thing you ever seen in a dinosaur world?
Therizinosaurus's arms.
Couple of those.
They're huge. They're like sickle claws, and it was an herbivore.
4 of them. Then
it's a
keep
distillation.
adding
of
shit until anything else you add is less.
Okay, no, I like that. It's very, you're distilling a dream and then maximizing it. So you're taking, like, so what I just said was insanely boring and drawn out and crazy, but you saw the passion in it.
I've already said too much.
There it is. I get it.
That's the process. Okay.
Yeah, no, I understand it. It's cool. I like it. It's distillation to its truest form and then maximalizing.
It's not without thought. It's with the most thought I can possibly, the most emotion, the most feeling, the most nostalgia.
It's connecting to another human being.
Yeah,
nostalgia is the strongest determination of people spending money that isn't like, milk and eggs. Yeah. Food.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
So when you can tap into someone's high school prom song or their first car or, there's the toys that were popular at that time or a news event.
Nostalgia is extreme. I mean, if you look around you, there's Pokemon, there's Godzilla, there's a Bart Simpson, there's this whole room is like, at the most disposable income I have, I spend on nostalgia. I'm wearing Godzilla socks. Like I'm.
So what do you do after, like, besides, I know the Conservatory where you have a lot of your art, what do you do besides sell it, but to stuff that maybe, you don't sell it? You're not making bank off your shit?
I haven't sold a piece in 2 years.
What?
Anything.
Damn.
Dude.
That's love of the game, though.
Yeah, but like, literally starving artists.
I'm an old
we
man.
love you, but why
I'm not on the internet.
See,
I don't put any effort into selling anything. I'm uber focused on one thing, and that's making art, and everything else to me
you need a manager.
I need a manager.
You need a manager, yeah.
I need an agent.
Hey, anybody want to represent this guy?
Yeah,
He's
come on.
incredible.
Like, he's amazing.
Like, the things he makes are... Oof, they're so cool. Like, your creations are beautiful. Like, the things you put together in ways that I would never think that you'd put them. Like, the radio tower you built. You built a tower out of old radios. There's an old radio.
Hi, old radio. So I took, and this is a small one. I brought a small one, but yeah, I took like 113 antique tube radios and made an angel out of them. And it's about 16 feet tall. It's got 6 full-size guitars as the wings, and a real 24-inch spinning mirror ball as the head, and then she is wearing a bass drum as a crown, and it's decorated all the way around with piano keys and drumsticks.
That's one of my favorites.
That's incredible. See,
I also like the Pulp Fiction one that's upstairs.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites.
See, the thing is, they're so big. Like, a lot of people don't know where to put things like that.
No.
Yeah, they don't have the space, but it's so incredible. Like, the fact that it's like you give your heart and soul to Alton, which is a feeling I understand completely. Like you don't get anything back but the satisfaction of putting the universe together, the Kooliverse together. I'm going to argue right now that Mike Snider is a perfect example of why paying bills is stupid. If this dude didn't have to pay bills, he'd be making the coolest shit and making our city like the best thing ever and wouldn't have to worry about paying bills.
I don't really.
In an ideal world, we should be able to
My house is paid off.
No, I mean,
my car's paid off.
Understood.
So I got utilities.
Yeah.
And I got no kids and I never got married.
I'm just saying we should have communism.
But because we don't quite have that yet at all, like I'm a sucker for the whole, like, you should be able to do what you love and make a living off of it.
Absolutely.
And it really makes me sad that people aren't buying your shit.
I brought some stuff and was wondering if you all would like to participate.
You want to take a break and do it after the break?
Oh,
sweet,
okay.
Sweet.
I like this one. This one's heady. This one's fun.
Yeah.
This one's meta.
No, listen, I don't,
This is freeform jazz.
I don't do boring, bro.
No, I know. All right. Let's take a break.
Okay. Bye.
Oh,
If you have thoughts on this episode, comment. We want to hear from you. That's why we're doing this. Without you, like, what the fuck are we doing?
hey, if you like what you heard, like and subscribe. That was normal. That was a normie one. That was such a normal take. So yeah, I guess we're back from the break. Nicole and I were discussing which monkeys have attacked us. You were attacked by a marmoset.
Marmoset, yeah.
I was attacked by a capuchin.
Oh.
Never show a monkey your teeth. That is a lesson that you almost have to learn the hard way.
I was just trying to watch TV.
I was just trying to hold it.
Oh.
It was my little friend, and I showed it my teeth, and it went rah, and got
I lived
me.
with a foster family who they were in the illegal exotic animal trade. I didn't know it at the time, but there was a lot of things they shouldn't have had. A Cuda Monday or whatever. They had some of those. Yeah, I love those.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, and then some raccoons and some monkeys that they got, and they quickly had to get rid of because those things would gouge your eye. That thing,
Yeah.
I would just watch TV and this monkey
That's
would
why
come
I'm
pull
not
my
playing
hair.
with no monkeys, man.
Like,
But you said you were gonna
Anyway.
come at me like a spider monkey with some things.
yeah,
Well,
that's how we got.
Yeah, that's how we got on this. That's how we got on the
Alright,
monkey
so
chat.
I
Oh,
have
okay.
been doing a study.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
going to put this in terms you're going to eat up because
Oh,
I want
no.
you to eat it.
Okay, I'll eat it.
So I challenge you,
Oh no.
implore you to pick a pair of weird sunglasses and wear them because I will tell you this right now.
Okay.
Say you're sitting at home on a Tuesday. You're really not doing a whole lot. You're with your friends, family, mate, whatever. Go get the craziest pair of sunglasses you got. You both have to put them on. Wear them the rest of the night.
I do
Now-
this actually.
Okay, so
Power. That
I've got
night.
two-
Yeah, okay. Which one?
Give me the
Ladies,
big ones.
ladies.
Oh,
big ones?
I do want the big ones.
They're
Do you
both
want?
big.
Which
Those
one?
are
These
big.
ones? Are those big ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like these
So-
ones. I thought this would go more with the purple.
And those
though.
probably, you rock those hard. So,
I can't see worth a shit, but that's fine.
but that's not really necessary.
I
though.
can see
Oh,
perfectly,
you know
actually.
what? Yeah, let's, you know what? See, this is what happens.
I feel
Sometimes
very
they
cool.
look better on other people than they look
Yeah,
on
this
me.
is cool. I enjoy
No,
this.
you are rocking those hard.
I do
Like those
feel,
fit your
I
face.
feel like I just upped my
Have you-
cool
can-
points by like.
You need to
5.5.
see yourself. Like, look at
I'll
yourself.
see it. I'll see it later.
You will. You'll like it.
I'll love it. I'll probably love it.
I have a problem sometimes, like giving people sunglasses to wear. I think
You
would
kind
look
of,
good
it's
on them.
kind of alien on you. I like.
But don't they
that.
fit his
It's like
face,
an
though?
Alien vibe.
I have
Yeah,
been
they
abducted
do.
by aliens 4 times. True story. I'll tell
It's
you
like
all about it
alien
sometimes.
eyes.
No,
Better
those
not.
even match your beard, homie.
Oh shit! Really?
No, they're rocking hard.
Does it
bro.
go well with the purple velvet and the
It
chain?
is what you needed. You wouldn't believe you're a totally different dude.
I love
from
it.
from the guy you were with those other smart people sunglasses, bro. Now you're
Hell yeah, no,
now
I'm-
you might want to think about getting those in prescription.
All right. Well, if they look so good, maybe I'll just steal them. I'm just kidding.
I'm not saying that couldn't happen
Oh shit!
because
Just forget to give them back. That's how you get a lot of shit.
no, I don't
Nicole,
know.
you're
I don't
pretty
know.
though. You can get away with that.
Sometimes
Aw.
objects find their right home.
You know how to make objects find places. So
Oh yeah. Oh hey.
yeah.
If
What up?
anybody, I'm always looking for stuff. Right now,
Scavenger
definitely
hunt
trumpets.
challenge.
Okay.
I'm trying to collect 1,000 trumpets. We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
So I'm looking for trumpets, hood ornaments, grills, antique radios, records, tapes or CDs that don't play.
Like
anything-
mixed CDs. That your
Anything
high
like
school ex gave
anything you want to throw away.
Okay, hell yeah!
Like-
I'm on to purge my house.
Right, of just anything Art Deco that's broken. I don't care if it's a can opener or a vacuum cleaner, or you make something cool out of it. If it's got some cool lines on it,
Where should they take these?
they can take them, drop them off at the Conservatory.
Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah,
That's also where all
anytime,
your art is.
anytime the Conservatory's open, you can just roll in there and drops off stuff.
Say it's for Mike.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody rolled in there, Don Huber. You know Don?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's cool as shit. He used to be
Dude.
the township supervisor.
Um,
Real smart.
He
knows
brought
a
me the-
lot.
maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen.
What is it?
31,000 stamps, postage stamps from like the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Holy
What?
shit.
Where did
Apparently,
he get it from?
there was a convent full of nuns that there was some kind of contest where if you collected, it wasn't box tops, but it was stamps, like you could get some money for that. And they were cut out of the envelope. And
they
then
got
the
nun
chunk
magic.
of the envelope that it
Yeah.
came on. 31,000 of those.
That's insane.
That's insane.
What are you
There
gonna
was a
do with
nun
it?
Like,
contest?
listen, it's not like there was just like a bulk of unused booklets of stamps. Somebody forgot a box of stamps in an attic. There's 31,000 of them. You'd open them up. That took no one any time. Somebody left the freaking box in the attic. 31,000. So let's say you get in, first of all, you have to get a freaking envelope. Then you're going to have to get a pair of scissors and you're going to have to make at least 4 cuts.
That's a lot
Whatever.
of nun labor.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they had an endless number of envelopes to just go to town on. But that's high. That's somewhat less likely than, I don't know, man. But do the math on 31,000. You're talking about like, you know, a prison chain gang team, like every day, 7 days a week for 10 hours a day for like 5 years. I don't know. Now I spent 2 months dividing them into 204 shades, color shades. So now I've got the 31,000 stamps divided into 204 colors. But now I'm making a mural out of these 31,000 stamps. I'm getting ready to make a mural. It's 8 feet by 12 feet out of 31,000 stamps.
I love it.
Like, you can't even mess with it. Like,
Well,
they look impressive dumped out on the floor. It'd be like, I mean, I could, it's another secret of mine that I'll, if
Like
it
you-
looks cool in a pile, then you better believe whatever you're going to do with it is going to be cool.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you read the Tao Te Ching?
Is it an instruction manual for a tool?
No.
Probably not.
You're very much describing the Tao Te Ching.
Oh.
It's very it's the text of Taoism. The idea that the thing that runs the world, the beauty in all things cannot be named. It's like without ugliness, we wouldn't know what beauty was. Without uncool, what is cool? So it's like, but you're describing cool as if it's the Tao. It's the force of all things that drives all things. And what you're describing is art builds itself, but you have to be the vessel to make it what it was going to be. Like you,
yeah.
How do you pick
Like,
what
you
you're
wouldn't
gonna
have sorted
fucking
it.
make? Like,
Yeah,
did you ask
well-
for stamps, or did he just drop them off
No,
and
he
be
just-
like, "This
some-
is cool
that was
shit"?
one of
Do you
those-
need more
Okay.
stamps? 'Cause
Yes,
I have like some
I'm
international
actively-
ones.
I'm actively
From, like, the 50s.
trying to find, I forgot to add that to the stuff
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
I got
whatever
some
you
stamps
got.
for you and some hood ornaments. I got some.
You're working on a trade for those glasses. You're getting pretty close.
I have some pretty decent hood ornaments and stuff that I collected from my tenure as a journalist. If you want them, they've
No,
got
I would
weird
love to have them,
images.
and not only that, but I could even include that in the lore of the
Yeah,
piece.
yeah.
And speaking of which, the 31,000 stamp thing
Yeah, huh?
is going to be called Return of the Mac, and I got this Mac hood ornament dog, and I got this Mac truck grill off a semi from the 80s. and
Okay.
that's going in it. And from a distance, it's going to look like a single framed stamp, and then it's going to be an image of me down by the river. I'm on the other side, so I'm centered in the bridge with the town centered behind me, and I'm painting the town with a big paintbrush. So that's the mural. And then, like I said, it's going to have that little border and then a gigantic freaking crazy frame on it. And it'll look like a single frame stamp from like 100 yards.
That is badass.
Yeah, it's fun.
You
I
can't
dig
even fuck
that.
with
That's
it. It's
cool.
like-
That's cool. I do.
It-
Damn. Okay.
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
okay. And then real quick. Okay, so,
The trumpets.
all right, this is...
I know what you're doing with the trumpets.
I'm making a statue of a trumpet out of 1,000 trumpets.
for Miles Davis.
For
correct?
the 100th anniversary, the birth of Miles Davis. This thing's going to be almost 40 feet long, 12 feet tall, 8 feet wide. And I found this local company Eagle Tubular Products.
Hell yeah.
And they make billboards. I mean, they're not playing around. Like, this is what, like, they make billboards.
Yeah,
like,
they make a lot
They
of
don't make the
shit.
tarp. They make the freaking
I've never heard of them.
40,
they're super cool.
40-foot tall structure. They got steel in their yard that's like I could almost walk through. I mean, these boys, they do. But
They do
big stuff. Like,
Yeah, they do projects.
you know, like if this is all going to be like heavy duty steel, because it's going to have to support 1,000 trumpets. I'm bolting 1,000 trumpets to every place I can fit a trumpet on all the surface area of the entire thing. And every single one of these trumpets will have somebody's name on it, and it'll be personal to them. Say you got Grandpa's trumpet, and it's not really playable anymore. Well, you can donate Grandpa's trumpet, and then generations of people can come see their great grandfather. Hey, you know, your great great grandfather's has a trumpet in the
Miles Davis
Alton,
trumpet.
Illinois, 40-foot statue to Miles Davis. So, and then also, like, for at least 1,000 people, this is going to be meaningful and memorable, and more than just,
Yeah.
just something to go see. And I'm going to donate 10% of the trumpets to youth organizations. So if you're, say, a little girl in jazz club in Okinawa Middle School, and, maybe you can write, hey, our class would like a trumpet in the Miles Davis tribute. Well, then all around the world, there's Miles Davis fans. So, like, we're going to try to pick an extremely wide variety of people. So, like, when that little girl grows up, maybe she might want to come visit Alton, Illinois someday. Everywhere in the world, there's a Miles Davis fan or a trumpet player.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Maybe.
1,000%.
Right.
So are you a Miles Davis fan?
Yes, and I've got a few. This will be my second Miles Davis artwork, and most of my artworks involve music or a band or a musician or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when part of the research, like, okay, I'm going to do a Miles Davis piece. I listened to everything Miles Davis ever put out.
Oh, hell yeah.
I watched every Miles Davis documentary, movie. Like, I want to learn everything I possibly can about Miles Davis.
So what's your favorite Miles Davis album? You listen to all of them. You seem like a Bitches Brew kind of guy.
Bitches Brew's hot.
Fuck yes.
But Sketches of Spain.
Oh,
I mean, it
God.
kinda-
Sketches of Spain is beautiful.
That's where,
I'm a very big blue and green kind of guy.
I'm
like some of the
less
earlier stuff.
about, like, I don't have a favorite Miles Davis. It just depends on, am I having a nice dinner, or am I, it's great to music to work, do art to.
Absolutely.
Because if you put on that right, and a lot of times, like, if I'm doing art on a specific topic, like the whole time I'm making the Miles Davis piece, I'm listening to Miles Davis. That's only that. Because that's
Absolutely.
where I'm drawing from. So no matter what musical, like for the rap piece, like while I'm making it, I'm only listening to rap. That's all I'm listening to while I'm making that artwork. Whether it be Tool, I'm a big Tool fan. I got some Grateful Dead. I've got a David Bowie.
You did a Morrissey one. I remember
The
that
Morrissey,
one.
the Smiths
Yep.
one. Yeah, so anytime I'm doing an artwork, whatever the subject matter for that artwork is, I want to be completely immersed in that.
So, where are you gonna put the Miles Davis statue? Where's its home?
Hold on
Where's
a
its
second,
home
I'm getting a call.
destination?
Hello?
Oh shit!
Hey, do you know where I'm going to put that statue yet?
It's a surprise.
Yeah, okay, all right. I'll bring home some bread. All right. Now, like this, check this out, bro.
Okay, I'm checking.
All right. So,
Let's do it.
all
Let's
right.
party.
So, like, I had this idea like 3-4 years ago, and I took, like, 4 years ago, I took a trumpet, chucked it out in my yard, and I was like, you try to do some research, like, how long will a trumpet last outside? Oddly, there aren't a lot of studies on that.
Yeah.
So I bought a trumpet and just threw it in my backyard. Originally, I was going to make a statue out of 100 trumpets. And I would find a couple people not engaged in what I was saying. And I'm like, well, I just can't have that. Like, that's boring. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to make a statue out of 1,000 trumpets. I can tell you what, everybody, whether they were totally interested in what I'm saying, they're checking out whatever. And I'm that guy. Listen to you. I've got that short attention span. Like, I'm like, I don't want to hear about it usually.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I'm going to make a statue out of 1,000 trumpets because, you know, like, if it doesn't fuck hard, then why you even, like, don't, you know, let's do this thing. Let's do this. Yeah, like, fuck, you know, like, let's do some shit.
Do it.
Somebody
Absolutely.
please do something, right? Do anything. Do something.
How many
But,
trumpets
you know,
you got?
40.
Okay.
So you need a lot more.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know what?
960 more trumpets.
Yeah.
That's not undue. Like,
It's not.
You know what?
what is the time frame again?
People,
Is there a
Okay.
time
Is there a
frame?
time frame for when you need that?
yes.
You said it was for the 100th.
Yeah, that's what I was asking when that was.
Bob, time limit, trumpets. I'm trying to bullet point, like, we'll start with Bob. I used to work at City Museum when Bob Castle was alive. So there's these people that think that things aren't possible. And then you have people who've been to the City Museum.
It is
And,
the best.
and
place
once
on
you've
earth.
been to
I
the
love
City
that place.
Museum, you realize that what you thought was possible, it just got upped.
Yeah. It's
What
all
was
about
the
will.
second bullet? Am I worried about getting trumpets? No, because there'll be 1,000 people in the world that want to have a trumpet in this. So you know, the world will send me the trumpets. I'm not even sweating it.
Staying cool about it.
I do
Right?
love
No,
the
I don't need
confidence.
it. Third bullet point. You know, I remembered 3 things. That's the most I've remembered in a couple of years.
Hell yeah.
Usually, by the first thing's over, 3 is long gone. You may not even get 2. And on my way somewhere in 1, I might take a left.
Do you
and not
remember
even-
what the third one was though?
Oh, wait a minute. I just was getting
Time
ready to talk
frame.
about it. What? Hold on.
When do you need them? by?
Yeah, it's the time
Oh,
frame.
no, that wasn't the third one.
Yes, it
Yes, it was.
No,
it
well,
was.
kind of. Okay. Have you ever heard of the Crazy Horse Monument?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so look it up, the Crazy Horse Monument. I'm 53. I went there when I was 14, and homeboy was well on his way. I mean, but I don't know. The Crazy Horse Monument is a monument that has been under construction for, I'm going to guess, more than 50 years, and it's almost world famous, and it's under construction. So year after year, you can go visit it and see what they did last year. So I don't care how long it takes to get 1,000 trumpets, because year after year, you'll be able to come and you'll be able to watch it grow. You'll be able to, it'll be a thing, and you know, it'll even add to
Throw
its
your trumpets in there.
Okay,
Right.
Bring your trumpets.
Yeah.
It'll be like a pilgrimage for jazz.
right.
A jazz
We could have
pilgrimage.
the jazz festival where if you bring a trumpet, you get a t-shirt. You know,
Like, yeah, no, that's a really cool idea. Like,
Yeah.
like you have the skeleton ready, and you have whatever trumpets you have, and you have people come out, and they're like, "Fuck yeah, I love Miles Davis. I'm going to where he was born." And then it's like a homage. It's a pilgrimage.
word up.
I love that.
All needs to have more pilgrimages. It pisses me off we don't have pilgrimages.
All we got is come. No, we do. We got 2. Come stand next to. Well, Miles Davis does have a statue, which
and he's got the
is
cool
gangster.
the mural now, the
Yeah.
interactive one.
yeah.
And then we got the Robert Wadlow.
Right.
But like, I'm talking like some real
No.
heady pilgrimage shit.
No, listen. I need funding to finish this. Like I've already spent like almost 20 grand, and now I'm like broke.
Oh wait, this is a
And-
good time to give a shout out. So we try to give shout outs to John Simmons whenever he does something cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he helped you with this, correct?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, so
allegedly.
we're putting this
I
in the
believe
maybe
so.
is
Yes,
cool.
maybe.
We're collecting evidence and we're trying to get him
No,
on eventually.
It's science.
It is science. We're like a cool point for John Simmons. We'll put it in the maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll
no.
put that in
I started out thinking that I can't afford to make this, and it was one of the. You know how at your house you have a pile of stuff, and the projects you're going to get to,
Oh.
like restoring a car or
Oh, we don't
whatever.
talk about those.
And then That was the trumpet piece. Oh, hi, little project in the corner. I'll get to you maybe someday, probably not. And then somebody said, well, hey, how about I give you 20 grand?
Uh-huh.
I was like, let's do this. So listen, if I don't get a dime, if nothing happens, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if I get any funding at all. That push
Is what
made
did it.
that happen. You know what? Thanks for the push.
Yeah.
I don't even like money or not. You gave me the
nudge.
The
trumpet nudge.
like the balls. It's fucking
the brass balls.
It gave me the
dog.
balls to say, you know what? I'm gonna do this, and I've put all my available time, money. I'm gonna do this, and I don't give a shit if it makes any sense. You know what? They're like, oh, you're gonna need. I was forced to do this so far on my own. Best thing that ever happened, because I don't deal with fucking red tape. I don't deal with bureaucracy. I don't deal with your opinion. No, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, it's never been done. It doesn't make sense. But somebody's going to tell Bob Castley, I'm going to go to an engineering firm and I'm going to talk to them about welding a school bus on the side of a building. Well, you can't do that. You know what? That's why we don't talk to you people.
I mean, that's why the world's not as fun. That's why everything looks the same. It's why, like, what you're describing is the kind of shit I want to see for Alton. Like, just weirdos doing weirdo shit. Like, the City Museum is such a fucking good
You think they
example
went
of
to
it.
somebody and said, can we do this?
No, I mean,
No.
Eventually, they were like, "Hey, can you help me do this? You know how to do this better, right?" Like you went to Eagle Tubular, and they didn't tell you no.
Yeah, but everybody else, like business world wise,
Because they're fucking squares,
won't.
man.
You think
They
somebody?
don't have any vision.
You
They
think
don't
all
have-
right, or like nobody wants to fuck with some poor white boy that wants to make a 40-foot trumpet. Like, no, go away. You know what? The guys at Eagle Tubular, they're like, we're 3 generations local people.
Yep, Sam Fleming.
And they're like, man, we'd love to be a part of this. Without that connection, nobody's giving me time of day.
So Sam is I used to party with him a lot in my 20s. He's a really cool dude. He's very open-minded. He's business minded, but he's cool. He's genuinely
This guy named
cool.
AJ.
I don't know if you'll
I've been
ever
working
see
with
this.
AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's under
probably
somebody.
Sam's probably the owner. His dad was
Okay.
the second generation of it.
They literally said, whatever you need, you can draw this out on a cocktail napkin, and we'll make a blueprint of it, and we'll make it happen. And they did, and it's well. I mean, they did the 3 columns. They did the stuff that is industrial size.
I mean, there's something so distinctly Alton about an industrial tube business being like, hell yeah, dude, we'll build you a trumpet. I don't give a fuck, dude. Because like, and I know they work
It is
like
very
nationally.
community driven, and I like
Yeah,
that.
like
What's
Like-
community driven?
Alton.
Them
In
yeah,
general,
and-
like-
and
Like you're contributing to the culture of Alton being weird. And I think that like the fact that there's people who will work with you to help make Alton like not just weird but beautiful and unique and astounding it's a real testament to the culture we've built here. And like I say we, like everyone in this room, including the 2 producers off camera, have done something to make Alton what it is. And I think everybody in Alton has the feeling that they have it in them to do that. And I think you and Eagle Tubular and building this trumpet is such a perfect example of how Altonians get shit done. You know, country girls make do, Altonians do too, man. We will work together to make Alton like something fucking strange. We're strange, man. Everyone. The dude who runs Eagle Tubular is
want
weird.
to agree.
You can't?
Mm,
You think there's squares here holding us back? I mean, send me at them. I'll fight them.
man, no, I think we've there are special times. I've been in Alton now 23 years,
Mhm.
but even like 3-4 years ago, there was this renaissance of local music, and everybody was. There were 4 or 5 hot bands that just played for free, no matter. They just played. There's like 4 or 5, 6 bands of just some of the best music I ever heard, and they were just out there grinding, and they were young, and and
then cocaine happens.
well, I don't know.
I mean, that's Alton.
People,
Yeah, cocaine happens.
people get older, they get kids, they get married, like, and then, man, there's some hot bands that only last 3 years, and then they're gone. You're like, man, those motherfuckers were bad. Recently, I feel like there's not that. I'm not saying there aren't good local bands. There are definitely hot, new, young local bands.
The creative scene has kind of been ripped apart.
There's so much infighting. There's so
Cocaine.
many beef. Well, whatever is the cause of whatever, it's everybody. Like, you're talking. Listen, I want this trumpet thing, for instance, to be an olive branch, something that brings all groups together, or do things that bring all groups together, because there's so. When I think of Alton, I think of infighting.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't think of community. I think of every group of people I know has a beef with another group.
Oh, I have beefs with half the town.
I have a lot of beef, and people have beef with me, but at the same time,
that's where we're at.
But no,
but
Alton's
Alton's bigger than beef.
Bigger than that,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
When I first moved here, I had a roommate rob me on vacation. Like, he stole my son's PlayStation, and Cory, when he was writing, wrote an article about it, and they, the community raised money for my son to get a new, was it his PlayStation or his Xbox? I don't remember. It was a game system.
Yeah.
This
Sweet.
dude,
Alton has
and that was when I moved here, and it was really special to me, and it was really special to my son.
I've moved out of the creative aspect of Alton
there's lots of assholes.
because I was raised by a coke addict, and there's a lot of cocaine in there, and that's why I said cocaine, because I'm like, I've watched my friends who are creative just fall. They lose themselves into it, and it becomes like a nightly thing. Like, they just do too much blow. They think they're making something great. They fall flat on their face, and everything fucking sucks. But there's other shit. Like I've moved on to like trying to do more community beautification, more uniting of mutual aid. So the creative aspect sucks right now. And you're right. About 4 or 5 years ago, there's a huge
not
renaissance.
Even necessarily specifically the creative aspect. I think it goes much wider. I mean, certainly in this country, politics.
Oh yeah, no.
Right off the bat, there's a giant wedge in every community.
I mean, I don't want to deal with people who are fascists.
Local politics, and then you got it's not even the creative scene, but just every. You can't do anything without somebody thinking. You already know. I'm not telling you all anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
say I planted a flower and somebody's gonna bring you some heat. You could literally say
that happens to me all the time.
That's when I plant
Fuck
10
them
flowers.
though. Yeah, then I'm like,
I
just plant more flowers, and I tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
These days, I don't feel community. I feel like this really.
That's weird because I'm
fractured.
I feel more of a community lately.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
No.
Okay. We're not saying that
no. I think you're right.
Valid though.
I used to be a peace and love hippie, but now I'm a realist.
Yes.
And I wish I was more of a.
No, peace and
love.
No, we're not
peace and love hippies do that's the reason
we
conflicts
embrace the
happen.
shadows as well.
Yeah, you got to incorporate the shadow self. You have to a lot of people I've had beef with before. I don't have beef with now. My beefs are way more consolidated because a lot of times there's some people that I've noticed that they have the same goals I do, even if we don't like each other. So I've been like, hey, olive branch time, yo. You hate this guy? I hate this guy. Let's get him the fuck out of town. And then I'm like, beef's over. Let's fucking
go the
party.
direction I thought.
Oh, no. Because, Alton has a problem. Alton has a lot of problems. But, I have found people through, speaking out about Kyle Holker at the, fucking meeting. Got me people who usually hate my guts being like, you know what? We have a common goal. And the common goal is to keep Alton safe and make it better. And a lot of times people will look at because I'm an intense dude. I'm a dickhead, and I'll own that. But a lot of times people just hear me be a dickhead. They see me as this moral absolutist who's also a fucking prick and isn't a moral absolutist. I'm very morally gray. Anyone who truly knows me knows that I'm a fuck. But at the same time, people assume that they have to have beef.
Let's start some beef.
No. We just got over our beef. We're friends now.
We're friends now.
I mean, but at the core,
are you a Cubs fan?
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Fuck that.
I was born and raised in Chicago. I have no choice.
Well, now we got beef.
There it is.
Are you a
I don't
Cardinals
like
fan?
baseball.
Fuck yeah.
Fair enough, actually. You know,
All
I
right.
can't even have beef with you because Cardinals games
Cardinals-
are fun. I like going to see
All right.
games.
Well,
I don't
can't
even like going
You know
to
what though?
baseball
That's kind of
games.
the perfect beef.
How do you like? do you
Nobody's
like-
gonna like shank anyone over it.
Okay, here's beef. Do you agree that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is like the greatest show ever made?
It's a good one.
I don't believe I've ever seen an episode.
I like Xena
Fuck you.
more.
We got beef, bitch.
Right.
We got
Xena's
beef.
better.
That's like shank a mother.
Xena was not
Right.
better.
Xena's better than Buffy. I'll die on that hill. Joss
You know
Whedon
what,
is
though?
a monster.
Listen.
Sam Raimi is a king.
I know you don't like this, Corey, but sometimes in certain cases, like Joss Whedon, it was his personal life. He was a shitty person, but he did create some cool shit. And I do I'm in the camp, actually, that I wasn't a few years ago.
Yeah, bro.
Where I can separate
You
the art from
know,
the artist.
Prince OD'd.
Hey, listen. I'll still listen to the.
in some cases.
I still listen to the devil and God are raging inside of me, but I try not to ever give Jesse Lacey from Brand New any money because he groomed kids. That's fucked up. You know, it's dark shit.
I mean,
but
just
the devil and God are raging inside of me is a really good album.
which is a very human thing to do, though. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
but like,
do you not? You know,
I'm not gonna pay to go see them live. You know, like I get where you're coming from, separating the art from the artist, but like Morrissey. I love
That's
the
a
Smiths.
I
deep
think
topic.
in some cases you can, but it's very
Yeah.
that is very.
But
I
then
think-
there's other
I
cases
think
like
in all
Lost
cases
Prophets.
You must.
I don't know if all cases. Like,
Believe
although
me.
I do like
That's-
Charles
this is a
Manson's
topic
music.
I've given a lot of thought.
Okay, I want to hear this one.
I judge their art on their art. I judge their morals on their morals. Period. It's gotten if I like Michael Jackson music, I like Michael Jackson music. I can all day long say I don't like him as a man. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying it's not. All I'm saying is, I like this topic and I've given a lot of thought and I separate the two completely because
Interesting.
there's so many people that you could probably chuck into a certain category of, well, does just because he did bad things mean that he didn't put out a artistic product? And I don't think that stands up to monetarily support them.
Exactly.
I agree with
But-
Mr. Cool over here.
I mean, I dig it. I dig that case. All right, so I think we're running out of time. I just got a wave from the
my
booth.
daughter's upstairs probably trashing this.
Okay,
house
so
right
I
now.
do have one last question. Promote anything you have going so the people can know what to do. Because I know you do Kooliverse. So I want to know how people
Oh, you
can
know what?
Next
Okay.
Kooliverse, when is
so
Yeah, when's the next big thing?
Kooliverse Night is the last Saturday of every month
At
I-
Conservatory,
at Conservatory.
where your art is.
This upcoming Saturday, we're doing a thing where everyone is invited to bring a piece of their art and show it for the night and discuss it. And we're also going to be doing an open poetry reading.
Oh, shit.
So,
And bring this man a trumpet. Jesus Christ.
You know what? If I don't have to work, I am definitely gonna be there.
If you do have to work, just say you have you're shitting pig blood.
So I can't call off, but I can just like try not to schedule myself on that.
The old
day.
shit
All right,
pig
so-
I'll
blood.
talk to him.
anyhow, I've got 80 works of art at the Conservatory. The Conservatory is a bar,
Where's the
music
location? Do you know
venue.
the address?
554 East Broadway.
There it is.
Go.
It's
I love it.
large scale. I've got 80
I've
works
seen
of
people
art in there.
bring their dates there, and they got laid off of your art. So I just want to let you know that.
Bonus.
Yeah,
I'm glad
I
it's working
know,
for
like,
somebody.
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right.
That's about
So last
Now
Saturday
just,
of every month.
Okay.
I want everybody listen. This Saturday or next Saturday, whenever this airs, Saturday that was at the 30th.
The last Saturday of
The last whatever
last
it is.
Saturday of the month.
The last Saturday of this month. Pretty sure it's May.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
May. It feels like May.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last Saturday in May, we're having this event. Bring a piece of art, bring some poetry, holler at me if you want to play, and wear your craziest pair of sunglasses. Because I'm telling you, like, say you're at a bar, art show, whatever, and everybody in the place is wearing a crazy pair of sunglasses. It already got cooler. I'm telling you, did it work? Did it work? Did you feel?
I do feel
Did
cool.
you feel a little bit more free?
Yeah.
And then you're looking at other, and
I'm
then
very liberated.
and then when you see other people wearing weird sunglasses at night, it kind of gives you like this little pump, like you put on that new shirt and you're like feeling a little something.
Hell
and
yeah.
It affects your fun, and then
Absolutely.
you see other people having fun, and
All right, so last Saturday of the month, go to Conservatory.
be weird.
Be weird. Wear your sunglasses.
Wear some weird shit.
Be
Bring your
cool.
girlfriend. Bring an extra girlfriend for my wife and I. It'll be great. Everyone will have a good time. Yeah, call off work. Say that you're shitting pig blood. The old
Yeah.
I'm shitting pig blood trope. And yeah, I think that's a good wrap. That we're gonna end on this shitting pig blood.
Yes, that's what we're ending on.
We're ending on the shitting pig blood. Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Oh no, this is so much fun. You want these back?